Hello, this is Johnny Henson, Professor Poole with Billiard University out of Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how watching Tiger Woods and the things that he does um, can help your pool game. Uh, what I really want to cover is basically his work ethic and also his practice routine or his commitment to practice. Okay. Um, Tiger Woods, without a doubt, is one of the greatest golfers that ever lived. And just like there's other great athletes in other sports, he is probably one of the best. You don't get to be one of the best unless you're really, really, really dedicated to practice. I would like to share one story with you before we get started. There was a tournament that Tiger Woods was competing in, and he was I think 2 or 3 shots out of the lead, which at the pro level is quite a bit. And he was not hitting his irons good. So what he decided to do is he decided that he was going to withdraw from the tournament unless he hit 600 iron shots on the practice tee that day after that round was over. So he came back in the final round after doing that, and he not only made up the 3 shots he was behind, but ended up winning the entire tournament by, I believe, at least 2 or 3 strokes. So he really made up basically 6 strokes is what it amounts to, and and he did that because he was committed to practicing. In other words, a lot of people they think, well, this person has talent, or this person's really really talented, and they don't realize that how much hard work that particular person has put into it. Okay, so with that being said, when I teach students in my pool school, and they're going through my 3-day program, well, naturally they want the instant. They want it to be instant. They want to just go to pool school, get out, and instantly I'm going to run 5 racks in a row. Well, if I could do that, well, my course would cost a lot more than what it does. If I could turn you into from somebody that couldn't run or can't run a rack to running 5 in a row, I'll guarantee you I'd have a waiting list waiting to get in because, yes, I can teach you the steps. I can teach you the mechanics and everything behind all that. But for you to really, really, really take your game to the next level, it's not just knowledge. It's not like reading a book or watching a video. It's learning what is correct and then practicing really, really, really hard. And just like Tiger Woods saying, I'm going to hit those 600 balls before I play tomorrow, well, that's commitment. And when you're a graduate of my 3-day seminar, then the hard work begins because now you've got to go and you've got to work on those drills and you got to pay your dues. And if you pay your dues, then guess what? Good things happen. And so when you really think of Tiger Woods and his success and what he has done, in golf, being a world champion, and let's say that you want to take your game to the next level as a pool player, well then you're going to have to pay your dues too. So let's say a person was to come to me for lessons or my 3-day seminar, and they was to get out of that class on day 3. Then the hard work begins because now you're trying to implement all that stuff that you learned, practice it and hone it, and make your stroke, like a 90% or greater perfect stroke from shot to shot to shot, and being able to do all the different things that you learned in that class. Well, it may take months before that you truly realize or get the benefit out of everything you originally learned. This is something I'm going to share with you, and it shows you how committed you got to be to really, really take your game to the next level. You got to have proper instruction. Tiger Woods, he's had a professional golf instructor work with him all his life. Well, not all his life. He was probably maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years old when he started, but practically all his life he's had a professional golf instructor. You're going to need a professional billiard instructor to work with you, because you have to have accurate information. But another thing that that the story I'd like to share with you that Tiger Woods does that really, really makes sense to me as an instructor. It's not just changing something that needs to be changed, and maybe that change is absolutely accurate, spot on. But the hard part is, are you going to be able or willing to work at that hard enough to transform your game and do that? To kind of give you an idea, Tiger Woods a few years ago was having trouble. He was starting to struggle, and he went to his instructor, and his instructor made some fundamental changes in Tiger Woods' swing. These were fundamental changes compared to the stroke there or the swing that he had been using for years and years and years. And so he started working very diligently on that new stroke or that new way of doing things. And somebody that was really close to Tiger Woods said it took him almost 1 year to try to make that new stroke or that new way of doing things natural. As natural as his O stroke was, where he just kind of gets up there, sets up, boom, lets it happen. Basically the subconscious brain is what it amounts to. His O stroke was almost subconscious, or was subconscious for that matter. And now the new stroke, because of the diligent practice, and it took 1 year to turn the new stroke into his new subconscious stroke. And so, likewise, when I keep everything simple, I keep everybody as natural as I possibly can in my 3-day seminars. And the reason for that is I really don't want it to take a year. I think a year is an exaggeration, but especially with what I teach in pool school. But it does take some time, it does take some effort, and it takes being very diligent in practice to truly eliminate the old way of playing and to transform it into the new way of playing. And that's why when I in class I teach no quick fixes, because that's what players are usually looking for. They're usually looking for a quick fix, like, oh, I got Bill showed me this or Jim showed me that. Now, oh, I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to be the number one player in the league. No, because you're only going to practice that for maybe a day or two, or maybe a week, and then eventually you're just going to go right back to your old way of doing it because you're not diligent about truly transforming and making that new way of doing things your standard operating procedure. So what I would like for you to do is when you're watching Tiger Woods on film, watch the things he does and realize that everything that he's done in his career has come with a lot of hard work. And for you to transform your game and take your game to the place of your dreams, you're going to have to be dedicated and you're going to have to put forth hard work. What's good enough for Tiger Woods is good enough for you. You have a nice day and good shooting to you.